What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. Today we're going to talk about RMBL. I want to break down this chart for you guys, the importance of paying attention to details. But first, if you're interested, I've opened the Trading Learning 101 Discord group to the public absolutely free. If you're interested, I will leave a link to join this group in the video description down below. I have all kinds of free educational content in this Discord. If you want to take trading seriously, you want to learn more and grow as a trader and an investor, I only want serious people. And if you're serious, your actions will speak louder than your words. Be active in this. The more active you are in this group, the more you will get rewarded. Let's talk about RMBL. The float on RMBL is super low. The float is 1.8 million. And if you don't know what the float is, you're already failing as a trader right there. You should know about the basic information if you want to be a day trader. I get it all the time. What is a stock's float? What's a shares outstanding? Look this stuff up, people. You have the world at your fingertips. We have Google, Investopedia. Put the effort into your education. Study. The more you know, the more advantage you have over the sheep. So we're going to look at a 1 minute time frame on RMBL. This stock went from $18 all the way up to almost $40 on Friday. This is a 1 minute time frame, like I said. Let's quickly take a look over here at the morning. This morning spike right here, paying attention to details is what I like to preach. This orange line is the VWAP, volume weighted average price, and we could see right here that this stock formed a wedge. I've made videos in the past. You want to try to look out for wedges and U-shapes in the stock market. And if you pay attention to detail, you will be rewarded. I want to preach that throughout this video. What else do we have going on? This is right below a mental $20. $20 is a big psychological number in the stock market. Every 25 cents, every 50 cents, 75 cents, whole dollars is going to be a big psychological number. This formed a wedge just underneath $20. And also paying attention to the candlestick. Look at all of these bottom wick right here, getting higher and higher and higher. That's telling me that there is a big buyer right there. The stock dips down, runs into a big buyer, and runs right back up. It's making higher lows, lower highs, getting very, very tight. And then look at this volume explosion right here. This stock explodes up over $20 and runs all the way up to $23.50 and then grinds all the way up to $24.50. This is the meat of the move right here. That if you're buying up here or up here, the move is already too late. It's been done. But this was a volatile stock. You have a low float stock, and I always say to people, when a stock crosses over that $20 mark, that's when you could really start to see a stock skip dollars at a time. And it's all about risk management. Risk management is king in the stock market. Even if you were to trade this breakout, it's still a 50-50 trade when it comes to risk versus reward. If you jump in and you're anticipating the break over $20, you have to think about the risk also. This could have easily failed and fell down and had a death candle down below $18, and you would have took a hit of $2 per share. You jump in on this 1,000 shares and it slams down $2, that's a $2,000 loss right there in a blink of an eye, and it runs into a downside halt. Jumping in on this before it broke over $2 at 19, this ran all the way up to $23.50, a $4.50 move. 1,000 shares, that's a $4,500 payday. It's all about risk versus reward risk versus reward is king. And when you're playing volatile stocks like this, and I'm not making recommendations or advice, but when playing volatile stock and you have a very, very tight stop, you're going to get taken out majority of the time. You have to give the stock room to move. You have to have a set parameter of your risk that you're willing to take and being comfortable with that risk, and you have to have a set target price as that reward. That's why you always see traders try to go after stocks with a risk reward of 3 to 1 or greater. They don't want a risk reward of 2 to 1 or even 1 to 1, a 50-50 shot. But let's zoom out on this and look at the big picture on the 1 minute time frame. After it had its move right here in the morning, all afternoon this consolidated, and then going into the last couple hours of the day, it had this huge move up here from $20 all the way up to almost $40, a $20 move to the upside. Let's break this down. After this stock topped out up here at $25, it came all the way back down and hung around this $18 level, all down here. The level where also that big buyer was, all right here. That's a perfect bottom on this stock, right at $18. And even all through lunch hours, you could have been playing the range on this stock from $18 up to $20. That mental level, back and forth, buying at 18, selling at 20, buying at 18, selling at 19, maybe not even selling and selling up here when it's about to break out. And it just got tighter and tighter all up in here. And remember that big $20 psychological number, $20 right there. The stock came up to $20 multiple times and failed. Tried to get up above it right here. Couldn't hold above it, failed. Got up above it right there, failed. And then it finally got above that $20 right there and held $20 as support. That strength right there. And then it slowly starts to grind up to this orange line, which is the VWAP. And then that's when volume starts to pick up on this. It surges up over VWAP at $21 up to $23, a $2 move, and then pulls back and is holding VWAP right there. What's the stock do? Has this resistance right at $24, starts making higher lows all the way up, and that resistance is right there, because if we draw our line, it found resistance all right here when it failed right there. But when you're playing a move like this, you have to consider the risk when it's grinding up to a resistance like that. Up to 24, this could have easily had a death candle all the way down to $21, $20, a $3, $4 rip. But volume came in on this all right here, just a surge big wave of volume. And this is with low float stock. You're gonna have big range and big volatility. You have to be careful with your size. When a stock gets to this volatility and this big range, I always take my size into consideration. You don't need to go big as you normally do. You could buy a few hundred shares and still walk away with a nice profit. So the stock gets tighter and tighter, and from $24, it gets this big surge candle all the way up to 26 and tops out right below $28. Pulls back, surges up over 28, and now 28's holding. And then this surges and grinds all the way up to $35. Pulls back, we get a nice rounding bottom right there, and the stock pushes up to $39. And then if you're even buying in this area right here, you're chasing after the stock. You're letting your emotions get the best of you, and you're getting greedy. And what happens to greed? They get slaughtered. Got to take into consideration, it's the end of the day. People are all going to want to take their profits from this big move right here and all the people who accumulated all right here, and the people who got all stuck right in this move, they're all going to want to take their profit. And that's what leads to this big sell-off into the last hour of the day, from $39 all the way back down to $23. It's risk management, guys. Don't overcomplicate things. Risk management is always king as a day trader. And if you're not used to trading low float stocks with the float under 5 million, you should be studying these charts to get better for when this happens again, because this will happen again, because human nature never changes. I just thought I'd do a little quick breakdown on RMBL. It's a low float stock that just exploded huge on Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Join the Trading Learning 101 community where we all grow as traders and investors. And until next time, have that patience, have that discipline, and study, study, study. Later, everybody.
The most valuable commodity I know is information.